and welcome to another exciting day in Sophia Kamau's kitchen. Today I'm gonna make another chicken recipe. It's my creamy Dijon mustard chicken, and I have everything ready here and we'll get right into it. I have a half kilo of chicken breast. You could use chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, or with the skin, is up to you. And here I have the turkey bacon. I'll be using 100 grams. I will use a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. I use a teaspoon of thyme. I use 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, a tablespoon of parsley, 1 large onion or medium, 1 tablespoon of butter, salt, a cup to 2 cups of baby spinach. I'll use 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, a teaspoon of chicken base for the soup. So I will add half to 1 cup of water, or you have a choice of using this. I also have 1 teaspoon garlic and a cup of cream. And this is the water I will use to dissolve here. I will use a half to 1 cup. So to start the cooking process, I'll have to heat up my 2 tablespoons of oil. I'll just put it in the stove here to heat up. And I'll just put high heat for now to start it. And since my chicken breast meat is really big pieces, I'll just cut into 2 pieces. And this can feed 3 to 6 people. Now my oil has heated up, and I will put my pieces of chicken one by one and just let them cook there. In this medium heat, one side I will leave like for 5 to 7 minutes and then come and flip them, just wanting to get a good golden brown on the chicken. So after 5 to 7 minutes, we'll come and flip them on the other side. Now after 7 minutes, I wanted my chicken to cook longer. Look at that. I did not disturb them. The only thing I did was to cover because there was a lot of splashing. My chicken is really juicy, even though I tried to make it dry as possible, but it was really juicy. So I have to flip the pieces of meat, and if it's splashing too much, you can cover. But and as long as your pan is not crowded, then you won't have some juice building up. So I flipped it another 5 to 10 minutes, and we will see the progress of this. Meanwhile, I have my turkey here. So it's about 12 pieces, so I'll take 4 for my 100 grams approximately. So I will just cut them like that, and then I cut into small bite pieces. You could use whatever kind of bacon you like, but me, I like chicken or turkey. So I keep it ready, and then when we are ready to add them there, it's ready. After another 7 minutes, my chicken is brown. It smells really, really good. Let's flip this way. It is all good. And the pieces are really fat. I should have sliced them in half, but it's all good. Yeah, so it's all good. So I'll just remove them, set them aside for now. And then we are going to do the bacon. And keep it in single layer as possible. We still have oil on the pan, and we will continue doing the bacon until it's cooked the way we like it. Next, if you're doing things on the fly like me, it's now time to get the onion ready. You can chop it
whichever way you like it. This is how I'm doing it. You can do it your own way. Some people like thinner slices than this. Some people like thicker ones. So it's up to you. So I'm getting the onion ready while my bacon is cooking, as you can see on the pan. It's really turning out great. Very low heat. As long as you don't cook in a rush, food you have to show some love. You cook with love, you have to be patient and take your time. And here now I can try to flip my bacon pieces and see how they can brown the other side. And then we'll come back and do the next step. So with patience, now my bacon has turned out great. You can see they have even added oil to the pan. I didn't add any oil at all, and it is good. So I will have to empty it too into the same plate with chicken, leaving any oil behind. I'm using kind of a slotted spoon if that would help, and leave the oil behind. So there, it's all out. Now we have really good flavors building up here. So now I'm going to add my tablespoon of butter into the pan, and just let it cover the pan, and then I will get all my onions and throw them in there. I'll cook the onions a little bit, then we add the other ingredients. So my onions have cooked a little bit, not golden brown but translucent. Now I'm going to add garlic and continue cooking a little bit. Then, because I will also add these other ingredients, I'll go ahead and add the tablespoon of parsley. And I will add, this is the last bit of thyme left. It's exactly a teaspoon as required for the recipe. So while the garlic is continuing to cook, and this one cooks too. So here is the next step, where we need to add the chicken stock or the vegetable stock, or if you even had white wine, you will add a half cup or more. So for me, I will add about 3/4 cup of water, and just stir with this a teaspoon of the sauce, and I'm going to add to my pan to deglaze it. You can add water or reduce according to how you want your stew to be. So I will deglaze my pan with this, and all this goodness will, which has been building up, will just be dissolved into the stew. So it looks nice and brown. It's not burning, it's just good. So I'll go ahead and now add Dijon mustard. I need 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. There, it's added, and I'm just mixing everything. And now I'm going to add a cup of the whipping cream. So I'll use the same cup anyway and empty my cream here. That already smells really good, and the flavors with the cream is amazing. By the way, there was a time that I needed to make this chicken and I did not have cream, so I used regular milk with butter, and it turned really good, because when you look on how to make cream, it's butter and milk. So my full fat milk I added with butter, extra butter than what I just used, and it really turned great, and I enjoyed my chicken. So now I have mixed everything here. I am going to add Parmesan. I will add approximately 2 tablespoons. So I didn't have to buy any other kind of Parmesan. What I have in my house is what I use. This is what we do, even though they call for fresh Parmesan that you have to grate. So I always say you use what is available at your house and you become creative with that. Now that is done, I have to put my chicken back into the pan. Slowly, not to splatter. And just arrange it nicely. And let it go there, and my bacon too. So everything back to the pan, and I will let it simmer for 5 to 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how much time you have and how you want it to reduce, how thick you want it. So I will cover now, simmer very low heat, and I will come back after this. Okay, 7 minutes of simmering, and this is how my stew looks like. It tastes amazing. So the last final ingredients is our spinach. So we just have to add all of it in, and I say 1 to 2 cups of spinach depending how much you have, and just make sure you mix it all together to go to be wilted, and it's done. It doesn't need really much cooking. So, and that's about it.
One thing I have to let you know, you have to be very, very careful with the salt. The Parmesan is salted, Dijon mustard is salted, and then you have to add salt. So be very careful. You have to start with a half a teaspoon first before you add, because most people say a teaspoon, they go a heap full of teaspoon. So careful with that. And then the bacon too sometimes has salt. So all those you just have to be careful. And I love my chicken. It has really turned great with the spinach, and that's it. Now I'll turn off my stove. My chicken has cooked through, and we will get to serving, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Our creamy Dijon mustard chicken is ready. Look at it, all the bacon, all the big chunks of chicken, and the spinach. It is really delicious. I wish you give it a try, and you will never regret if you follow my instructions. It is your turn now. Just go ahead, give this recipe a try, and I will insist to watch out on salt. You can eliminate the salt and do it at the end, so very careful on salt. But the recipe is classic. It's all the difference, it's in the mustard and the cream. It is really delicious. You can have it with pasta, you can have it with rice. You could try. However you want to eat your chicken is up to you, or you can just have it like that as a meal. So let me know how yours turn out, and until we see you next time, bye.